Hey everybody, this video here is from my Boardman Township, Ohio. I use just OH as an abbreviation in my for my channel. But this is straight up for the people that live in this town. You guys didn't like it when I had my other channel up with all my videos on it. I spent a lot of time being attacked around your town in the first 2 years I lived here. It's been about 2.5 years now. Your town, not mine. Only reason I live in this town is because it was a only affordable house that the people that pay my bills could afford. You see, the government took my CDL away. Not because I wasn't physically able to do it, not because I had any tickets on my driver's license. They took it away because of because I started off as a political activist. I'm no longer a political activist. I'm no longer a part of your two-party paradigm that you're stuck in, that neither side ever helps you. Oh, maybe, oh yeah, if you may own a couple gas stations or a couple bars around town or something. And while Trump was in office, I heard some of you bragging about how, oh, hell, I've tripled, doubled, whatever my money that I've got in stocks and all this. Where is it today, folks? I'm 60, folks. This shit's been going back and forth ever since I was a kid. But nothing ever changes. The things that change is you get less and less abilities to do shit without permission. Those are the things that change. Now, you people here in this township, I don't know what to tell you, but they've got you so blindfolded you don't even see what is happening. People, when I moved here, Gerard was sitting up there with cameras, cops with cameras on bridges. We got one of them. Do none of you even do any research to find out if they even know what they're talking about is legal? Because as soon as I got the ticket, now, see, this is what's stupid. I was driving the car down that particular part of the interstate. When I went under the bridge, they caught the car I was driving speeding because there's a cop standing up on a bridge and he's got a camera in one hand and a radar gun in the other, and all they do is, if you're speeding, they click a picture of your license plate and the radar gun and the officer, and they send whoever owns that car, not the person that violated the ticket or violated the law, they send whoever owns that, or they were doing this. They're no longer doing it, folks. Believe me, they're not. But they would send you a ticket in the mail to the person that owned the title to that car or the registration. Well, they sent my wife a ticket in the mail for speeding down an interstate at like 2:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday or something during the week. I saw the ticket. We knew I was driving. She wasn't in the car. She was at her job down in Boardman Township, where we live, 10 miles away, or maybe 12 or 13 miles away, at the time the ticket happened. I take his ticket because I bought these tickets out in Arizona, folks. These damn tickets, they traffic light tickets where they got cameras up and there's no police officer there. All they got is cameras. Well, see, you go into court, back when the laws used to be followed, if there's somebody accusing you of something, especially the state, they have to produce that person so you have the right to question them in the witness stand. Well, if the cop ain't involved, then all they have is an inanimate object. I beat these tickets all the time, according to the law. Well, when we got up here and got one of them tickets, I was looking at it, and I was like, this shit ain't illegal. I looked it up. There was actually a class action lawsuit going on in Ohio over this very thing. Now, the governor, Divine DeWine, had put out an order for all departments to stop this immediately because there was a class action lawsuit going on. Now, Indiana and I think Pennsylvania on both sides of Ohio had this happen to them. And they lost the class action lawsuits, paying out millions, maybe billions of dollars. Now, Ohio's was still in progress. So I told my wife, I said, go to your job, get something from your supervisor saying that you was at work at that time of day. On that day, you was at your job over 13 miles away. Get her to sign it and notarize it. We'll take that in. I'll go in as your witness that you were not in that car at the time. They'll have to drop the ticket. We got this stuff. I went over to the court or the Girard Police Department with my camera running. They didn't know it. I had a jacket. I could put my phone in my shirt pocket, and I don't know if they knew it or not. The camera was pointed at them. They didn't know if it was on. And I recorded the shit out of them, asking them, how can you have tickets like this even stand up in court? Well, people, when we went to court, they were pulling a justice of the peace, not a justice of the peace. They were pulling a magistrate from Chattanooga, Tennessee, to come up here and field these, or be the judge of these charges, but that are being made by Girard. Now, when I went into their offices and I was talking to them about it and telling them that they can't be doing this stuff, here come out the police chief of the Girard Police Department. Got him on video too. He looks at me and says, oh, don't even worry about it, man. Just go ahead and pay the $100. It don't go against your insurance, no points against your license. It's just like paying a parking ticket. I said, oh, it is? That's all? He said, yeah, don't even worry about it. So down no more poking around. And this money that police chief's collecting off of this isn't even going to the Department of Transportation. He's keeping it right there in his department. People, that took me very little research to find this shit. Now, I told my wife, this is how we're going to go into that court and this is how we're going to handle it. And she got a little scared when I started talking to the judge like he's a man and I'm a man and we're equal, because we are. And I told the judge, we gave him all the evidence that my wife was not in the car. And he said, well, all I can do is go by the law, and the law of this city says this. I said, oh, okay. I said, okay, that's fine. I said, how about I have your magistrate's name added to the class action lawsuit? So we already proved she wasn't in that car. I'm here as a witness to prove she was not in that car. I was in that car at that time. And he said, oh, were you driving? I said, I'm not going to do your job for you. I'm not here for that. I'm here as a witness that she was not in the car. How can you charge her with something she was nowhere around? He said, well, I'm going to drop the charge down from $125 to $25. I said, all right, Your Honor. I said, I don't understand that. But let me ask you this. Seeing how you sent the ticket in the mail, I said, what if we didn't get the ticket because it was lost in the mail? We all know that happens, right? And he said, yeah. I said, what if we didn't get the ticket? We didn't show up here. Would she have been able to be arrested or anything? He said, I can't answer that question for you. The judge says that. I said, all right. So he said it was over. We walked over to pay the lady. Instead of $125 or $100 or whatever it was, we only have to pay her $25. And when we walked up to her, the lady looked at me and said, listen, for that question you asked, no, if you did not even come in here and answer to this ticket, we could not have done a thing about it. I said, oh, so you're telling me just throw them away? She goes, no, I didn't say that, but we couldn't do nothing about it. I said, that's worth $25 right there. I paid her the $25 and we walked out. Those tickets, they couldn't get that magistrate to come back up here from Chattanooga. Those tickets stopped. They don't have those cops up on the bridges anymore in Girard. I don't know how many years they had been doing that. They used to talk about it on the watch it come through Girard. They got those cops up there with the radars and the photographs taking pictures. They didn't do it anymore after that shit. If you don't believe I was involved with it, find out when I got here and when the shit stopped. Find out the last time that magistrate come up from Chattanooga. Find out who was in his courtroom. Be that easy. That shit happened before I ever moved to Boardman. Now until I run into, and on my Boardman, this channel right here, till I run into one of your Boardman police officers, 4 of them, matter of fact. They were 2 doors down. The videos, Boardman Township police officers violate my rights. It's on this channel right now. That happened within about 6 months after I moved into this house. Me and my son sitting out on my porch at my house where they say I reside. The officers, the cops do. The entire state of Ohio says I reside here, even though there's no bills in my name. Nothing in my name on this house. But they were 2 doors down, coming in 4 deep on a 12-year-old boy. Me and my son sitting here watching this shit. When they started gloving up on this 12-year-old boy that's sitting on the ground, mind you, right in front of him. It's in the video. That's when I told my son, I'm getting my phone, I'm going to fucking record this shit. What the fuck? These guys are gloving up like they're going to get ready go to town on this little 12-year-old boy. You can watch the video if you want to see the rest of it. But the star of that show, that video, and 3 others came onto my property, violating my rights, more than one, many, had no cause to do any of it, other than they didn't want me recording them and what they were doing. They all refused to identify. And they would, one of them was clean up on my porch talking to my son. I told them many, many times to leave the property, not to come on it. They told me basically to suck their dicks. It's in the videos. I went to their lieutenant. He said they did nothing wrong, and I should have been arrested for disorderly conduct, folks. I started making all kinds of videos on these cops, Boardman Township cops, all of them, everything around here. I started making videos, and the Boardman Township PD didn't like it. They hunted for almost a year, and I'll tell you what. And when the out of his mind to whine made the medical or the mask mandate, but put the medical exemption in it, these clowns didn't want to back that. Not the local police department, Boardman Township Police Department, nor what's his damn name? Green, Sheriff Green of Mahoney County. They didn't want to back the medical exemption that was in governor out of his mind to whine's mandate. These people put together a plan, find a PD officer willing to trump up charges and cause a bunch of shit and get me in court over me not wearing a mask. Because I had videos of every damn near every big corporation around here violating me. People, what you don't understand is if you want to claim the laws are in place, then you have to claim, and I called the FBI and asked them if under this medical martial law, if Article 8, Title 18, U.S. Code 241, 242 is still in place. They claim it was. That's the federal government claiming it was still in place. Every damn one of you that was forced to wear a mask or take a vaccine, every damn one of you have been violated under that title. And those two titles are Title 18 U.S. Code 241 is conspiracy to violate your rights under the color of law. If anybody who has sworn an oath works for the government that has the authority of any kind over you, uses that authority without having real authority beyond their bounds, is in violation of Title 18 U.S. Code 241. If they carry it out, then they're in violation of 242. In both of these things, both of these counts, if somebody dies in the process, the death penalty can be given to whoever done these violations. You guys all want to tell me you believe the Constitution is still in place. Well, I proved it isn't. I used the law in your courtroom in Mahoney County. I had the law backing me. These guys did not care. Not the judge. Hell, he was committing obstruction of justice right out of the gate. And continued to do it all the way through the trial. These people tried to force me to take one of their devil's herd lawyers because I don't have any money and can't buy my own lawyer. And I told them, I don't make deals with the devil's herd. I don't hire people from the devil's herd. I will fight my case on my own. I know the law. And I did. First prosecutor they put me up against didn't want to touch this case. So they got off 40 chin demon there that you guys have in your Mahoney County Criminal Courtroom number 2, the 40 chins. You can imagine how big he is. That guy, he's pure demon. He's done some things in his life he can't walk away from. Guarantee it. And he don't care about the law. He don't care about human people at all. This clown knows I got 30 to 40, and this was 2 years ago when I was told this, that I have 30 to 40% lung capacity. And exactly why I don't wear a mask and cannot and will not wear a mask over my nose and mouth. He also knows I have a heart problem that if I don't get enough oxygen, I go into a heart attack. He tried 3 times to get a judge to force a mask on my face just because he's a evil piece of shit. Now they couldn't do it. Didn't happen. And none of my videos that showed they were all lying, even their own police officer, Nick Newland, that stepped up into the witness stand and swore I had a driver's license. He and the entire police department knew I had a fucking driver's license, but they still claimed I didn't have it. I was driving like I said, fuck you and your licenses and everything. Like I was driving without a license or suspended or something. And I was prosecuted on that just because I wouldn't wear a mask. People, they fined me $622. Put me on 2 counts at 12 months of probation because I wouldn't wear a mask. And I proved they were lying in court. I proved their witness that they had was lying. The police officer they used was lying. I proved all of it. Didn't matter. This is your town. I walked away. I'm still Watachi and I'm still running free. But you people have to live with what you've done. You've put these clowns into place. If they're idiots and there's people above them telling them what to do and they're doing it, then that's on them. But you people, keep them in place. They run you through that jail or that courthouse there like you're a bunch of cattle. And that's all you are to the government. They say it, we need herd immunity. You're cattle. Walk in there a couple of days a week and just watch what they do to people as they run them through there like a cattle through the chute, going into slaughter. They intimidate the hell out of you and everything else because you're so scared you won't even stand up and say nothing against them. Well, I did. I stood up against them, and I'm still not in their damn jail either. Still Watachi, and I'm still running free. But you gotta live with the people and the town that you have built. Boardman Township, the only township, I think, in the whole state of Ohio that has a zoning department, you little corrupted bastards. You don't come on my property anymore without a warrant, do you? Guarantee it. You come around my neighbors' houses, I'm videotaping you. You do something illegal, go on somebody's property without permission, I'm going to help them sue your ass in court. I've done talked to your trustees. Why do you call them trustees? They don't even care about the law. And you call them trustees? That's like military intelligence. But you keep them in office. How many of these people around here? How long Green been in office in that sheriff's department? How long's that police chief been in office in that, or in that hired position, not in office? Because he's hired. How long's he been there? He's a corrupted bastard. You know it. The whole damn department knows it that works under him. Ask them. The captain's a lying son of a bitch, too. Got him on video lying to me. The lieutenant got his ass on video lying to me. Giving me fake names to the 4 officers that came on my property and violated my rights. Told the dispatcher to give me those fake names. This is your town, not mine. I'm only here for a short time, and hopefully I outlive this probation, but there's a chance I probably won't. But what the hell? You guys like trumping up shit on righteous men. You like making up shit just to get your way. It's your town. If it's Sodom and Gomorrah, and all you have to do is walk over here to your mall. Look at your little girls walking around in your town. Every damn one of them's got their asses hanging out, their boobs hanging out. You don't think this town's just like Sodom and Gomorrah? I do. You don't, because you ain't even got any kind of righteousness in you. Morals went out the damn window when you start dressing your little daughter in little short skirts and hanging off her, letting every man walk past her, see, from the age of 5 all the way up to teenagers. You dress them like little sluts. Why? Because you dress like little sluts. Walk around your town and videotape yourselves. I have. Look at you. You certainly don't look like people that have morals. That's for damn sure. You trump up charges on righteous men because you don't like what they're saying about you. That just marks your souls. Didn't do nothing to me. My life expectancy isn't any longer or shorter. It's your town, folks, not mine. I will never claim to live here other than the forced ID you make me have and the forced registration on a vehicle you make me have. That's it. I don't claim to live in this Boardman Township, a nice place to call home. Well, you got the first letter in home right. You just missed every letter after that. Well, no, you got the second letter right too, H-E. You almost nailed it. It was the last 2 you screwed up. Instead of M-E, it just needed to be one letter, L-L, twice. You guys almost had the balls to put the truth, but you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. That's on you. Election's coming up here. Let's see if old Green still stays in office. Let's see if these trustees all stay in office. Let's see what you people do after what they've done to you for the last 2 years. Stick to your two-party paradigm, people. Either Trump or a Biden one's going to save you. Haven't they already? They got you the vaccine. They saved you. It's your town, not mine. I'm just Watachi and I'm still running free in it. I'm just here for a little bit, passing through. As far as you know, all I did was stop in for a beer and a bath, and I'm out of here. You guys have a good day. God loves you. So do I.